So I'm going to show you something that you'll hear a lot in animation, talking about pose test, posing, things like that. Basically, what we're doing is we're just taking the animation drawings and we're putting it on the timeline. And we're not drawing every single drawing. We're just kind of planning out the drawings. And we're saving room for those extra drawings that will go there eventually to kind of smooth everything out. So let me show you kind of what that looks like. I've actually drawn out a chart. So I'm going to have this guy kind of come to attention, okay? So I've got him here for a bit. And then you see on the side here is kind of showing this is the guy, and E1 through E3, that's his eyes. So his eyes are going to be on another layer. So let's just go ahead and make that right now. We have a guy layer. We're going to make another layer here. We're going to call that drawing layer. We're going to make that a bitmap as well. Starting to like bitmaps now. I don't know why. But anyway, we're going to call that eyes. Eye layer. We're going to add that and close it. So now we have an eye layer there. So that can be our eye layer. And in fact, let's just go ahead and put some eyes on there on that eye layer right now. Since we already have kind of an idea of what his eyes look like, we can kind of, change that a bit. But I'm just going to keep it like this. He's got eyebrows like this. He's got these eyes like that. Just going to give him a little highlight in there. So he's not just a black dot. He's got a little highlight on there. Okay, so there he is. And now I'm just going to make a series of blinks. So which is just starting off with the first one. And we're going to go here. We're going to make that halfway mark. So we're going to kind of halfway, kind of give it a half link like that. Maybe we'll keep his brows the same place. And then we'll do another one over here. We'll do definitely kind of the closed eye like that. And we'll just kind of retrace the blink, the eyebrow, okay? I'm going to say some terminology that I might throw out here called trace back. I'll show you what a trace back looks like, but there he is. He's going to be blinking his eyes. If I turn off my onion skin, you can just see him kind of blinking his eyes like that. Now you notice that that's just a very kind of like a shutter, it's just going to close down and then it's going to open up like that. And if you want to throw off that a little bit, you can do what's called kind of a pop blink. That's what I call it. And what it is instead of going to that halfway closed lid, you're actually moving that over here so that we go right from the open eyes to the closed lid. We'll put another 2 frames of that. And then we'll go that at half lid open. And then we'll just retrace, or we'll just copy this stuff. Copy the first one, the eyes. And we'll put it here. His eyes are over his other stuff right now. If I show you the eyes by itself, you'll see what I'm talking about. There he is. It looks like that. So basically he's closing his eyes in 2 frames, and 2 more frames, he's got them halfway open, and then they pop open there. All right. So we're just going to start our animation with letting our audience kind of see our character first. That's the best thing to do. You don't want to just have your frame 1 start off with him looking like, like he's bent over, he's not at attention. And then the next frame, he's already moving up. That's too fast. Let your audience see this. So what we'll do is this. We'll go through and we're going to turn this layer on. There we go. And we're just going to move these layers up a little bit. We'll get them in that position. So instead of doing all this, we're just going to go up like that. So now we've got a nice like, what is that? 14 frames of him just standing there blinking. And when there's a blink in a hold position, that's great because it shows that the character's alive. He's not just a one drawing just sitting to move. He's actually blinking. So there's his blink. Now we're going to show you kind of like how this works. I kind of went through and let me just show you this. Zoom out a little bit here so you can see my timing here. Move this in a little bit. There we go. And there's my timing chart. So this is, what is this again? We're taking our drawings and we're getting them closer and closer. We're slowing down to 9. So that's, we're easing into this move. Okay. I always think of easing out of the driveway. So you're speeding up as you move out. And when you're easing in to a stop, you're slowing down. And that's what's happening here. So we're going right to number 3 to 5 to 7 to 9. And we've kind of put this in, but we didn't. So it goes from here. So this would be him not moving at all. And then he's going to go up to 9. So this is where we're going to do the timing. We're timing this out. So let me walk you through this first so you get an idea what I'm talking about. So he's going to be here. And then in like 3 drawings from 3 to 5 to 7, he's going to slowly kind of move up into this 9th position right here, right? This is drawing 9. So he's going to be at attention right there. And then he's going to stand there for a bit. And then at 11 and 12, we're going to have him kind of move his hand upwards like that. And then we're going to go to 19. So there's 19, there's 20, there's 21, and he's going to go right back to 22. And we'll just have him blink his eyes again. And we have to put new eyes on him because he's moved his head. So we'll do that too. So that's what he's going to look like. He's basically coming to attention. He's saluting and he's waiting for instructions. So this is what we'll do. Let's put him in the right order now. So now we're going to set this up so if we did a pose test, we'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so there it is. It's frame drawing 1 to 9, but he's not moving. So we have to actually put those missing drawings in here. The missing drawings are 3, 5, and 7. That's 2 frames each drawing. So let's think about that. So we're just going to, right here, we're on 1. So we're just going to follow, watch my timeline, what happens. I push Shift plus and I go. So this will be 2 frames of that, that's 3. 2 frames of that, that's 5. 2 frames of that, that's 7. And that gets us into this position of 9. So you notice that all these missing drawings aren't here yet, but they will be. And we're posing this out for timing. We're doing a pose test, right? So we're just setting this up. So here he's going to be here at 9, but I don't want him just to suddenly zip up and zip down. He's going to hold here for a little bit. So I got to decide how long is he going to hold there. Well, let's let the audience, see that he pops up very quickly into this attention, and you can time out how long that would be, So let's just go ahead and give him like maybe, like 12 frames. It's like half a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think that's it. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 frames of him just tension. I don't know how long they stay like that. But let's just leave it at that. So this is where we're going to also use another layer here. You notice I have this layer on the bottom called drawing. Well, I'm going to change this because I'm going to do what's called split level animation. That's where you're taking your guy drawing and you're going to use him, every once in a while. We're putting on a different level just to save time and all that. So here it is. He's kind of at attention. His body's at attention right now, but his hand is on a different layer. So he's going to be kind of just standing there and doing all this. So there's our attention layer right there. So we can actually take this. Let's see, let's zoom out a little bit. So what we'll do is we're going to select him, and when you're using bitmap, you want to select him with the cutter tool, which is right up here. Here's a cutter tool. You want to grab all this stuff. There we go. And you want to copy it, or on Command, if you're on a Mac, that's Command C. So we're copying that. And now we're going to go down here. So right here is where he's standing, and there's with no arms. So we're gonna put this. We're gonna Control V or Command V. That there he is. And there he is. So he's still there because I have his hand on another layer right there. If I turn off this layer, you can see that that's the only one I got. So we can use that arm still. Actually, that's his arm there, and this is where he's actually going to start to move. So this is stuff is wrong. So let's correct that. So we got to decide how long is he going to kind of be in this position. We kind of determined that here, 12 frames of this, and now he's going to start to move. So I kind of added extra frames here. So let's go ahead and take these out. And so this is 11. So we know that's going to be 2 frames. So go ahead and make this 2 frames of 11. And then this is going to be 15 up here. So we're going 11. What's our timing? Yeah, here. So you can see. So I'm going to have 2 in-betweens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 11. I'm going to use that for 13. See what I'm doing here? I'm kind of adding extra time, extra frames where that 13 drawing is going to be, but it's not there yet. So here's 15. So we're just going to shrink this up, minus, minus, minus. And then we're going to put that body on this layer. We're going to add him to there. Boom, boom. So now we can see him there. We can see that his hand's there. And this is going to be a move where it's going to go from 15 up to 17. So we're going to add 15. We're going to add a couple more frames. 1, 2. Those are placeholders, right? So that's where 2 frames of 15 is going to be. The next one will be 16. We'll put that in. And then this will be 17. So basically going from 15. Hand's going to go up a little bit more, and then it's going to start to come down and go right back to where he was. So what we'll do is we have his hands on one layer, his arms on one layer, and what we'll do is we'll just take this and add extra frames like this. So now you don't have to redraw that guy the whole time, you see? We just draw his hands doing what we want it to do. Okay? And then he pops to there. And then we'll just add those extra drawings of his eyes. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's kind of add some extra drawings in through here so that he'll be 60 frames in length. If I wanted to make him longer, I could go that little red thing here. I could pull it back and I'll get even more frames. So there's like 72 frames, which is 3 seconds. So maybe let's just leave him at 3 seconds, okay? Here we go, 3 seconds. There it is. All right, and let's go ahead and put his eyes on a different layer. Remember, his eyes are on this layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to ignore. What will happen is when I go to this and I'll make some new eyes, it's gonna copy this one all the way up there. So I have to do a little editing here. In there. And now we'll do the same thing. This time we're just going to close his eyes. I'm just going to close his eyes kind of like that, no curves. Just a straight line. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to make this one halfway. Oh my gosh. Being attacked. All right, so there's his halfway eyes. So there, I've set it up already. So that's what he's going to do. Just going up and just the same thing is called copy from keys. Just Control C. And we'll just paste it here. We'll just go to the next one. And we'll paste it. And usually, oh, that didn't do what I wanted to do. Okay. So there we go. We'll just, so now we got in a blink. He blinks, but it disappears. So what we'll do is this. We'll go up. We'll make a couple more of him, his eyes open. And what we'll do there, we'll just grab these three, this one, through here. We'll copy this stuff on the timeline. We'll put it there. So we've got one blink and another blink. Like that. This is a fast motion. He's doing this very quickly. And then if you watch this at speed, which means we're going to watch this. Oh, see, his eyes are on that layer. That's what I was saying before. We got to get rid of those. So find that part where he starts to move, like right there. So this one all the way to here. Oops, we have to kind of select this one here and this one here, push shift, turns blue, and then you can push delete. And it just takes it out. It doesn't move it back or anything. So that works out real well. So now we don't have any eyes in that position like that. And then he's going to blink right there. Now we can put his eyes on a different position too, right in here. We could redraw this on the part where his, where he's right here. We could redraw those eyes, make sure that they don't move around on these two drawings. And that'll be fine. Now, if you watch it at speed, play this. Hopefully you can see this. Now, that's a pose test. Because we get the idea he stands at attention, and then he salutes and does that. But it's not all there. All those drawings are missing. Like the whole 3, 5, and 7 are missing from here to here. So that's what this is for. All through in through here is where those drawings will be. So that when he comes up to his final position, he'll be here for a bit. We'll hold there for a little while. And then he's going to go into this kind of salute where he's very quickly, his arm flies up like that and then goes in here. And again, we're missing some drawings here between this one and this one. We're missing one drawing, but we have the spacing there. We have the, we're holding that placeholder for it right there. Anyway, so that's what pose-to-pose animation kind of looks like, and that's what a pose test looks like.